and others, we all know that, so it's trial and error on that part. But at any time you want a design to stay in place and you don't want it to move, wipe down your inhibition layer. If you want it to move and you want it to self-level or feather out at all, because that's part of the effect you're going for, then leave it intact. Or do a super thin slick coat of gel so that everything moves really well in it.
Let me know if I'm in your way, okay?
So again, we're just going to go ahead and clean that off there. And at the end of the day, what I do is I wipe my brush out really good with my gel cleanser and just put the cap back on. So that's how I keep it clean, dry. And color-wise, we're going to go ahead and go with, we're going to go ahead and do Oomba Oomba, actually. Oomba Oomba Blue is one of the neon blues for just the basic application to show you guys, because it's just a fun color to do. And it's a 30-second cure because it builds to opacity. Again, you want to make sure that you're using your product really thin. When you first pick it up out of the bottle, that is way too much product. That actually would probably do all 5 nails. So wipe both sides of the brush off, and then just pick up a tiny little amount out of the neck to have on the very end of the brush. You just need a very small amount of the product. Cap your free edge first. Always cap your free edge first. Then come in and apply a really smooth, thin layer right up next to the cuticle.
Do you have a trick for doing clients who have no free edge, and so you're basically touching their skin?
Touch their skin and clean it off. There's no trick.
That is.
Can you pull the skin down with the form? I mean, if you had to.
Honestly, a lot of times then it actually kind of pulls on their hyponychium if they're that short, and it can cause other problems. You can do that if they've got just like a teeny amount of free edge, but it's not enough. Yeah. Or if they were a nail biter and it's really bubbling up around, sometimes you do have to kind of use a form to pull that down in a way. Otherwise, they're going to have an issue with that. There's just a couple ways you have to look at it differently based on how the actual skin is around the nail. But for most people, normal nails, you're able to just go ahead and cap, clean it off of the skin, and then cure. I'm going to show the frosted technique next. I forgot which color I want. I'm going to do Diva.
Have you cured that yet?
Diva? No, I haven't cured it yet.
Okay. Nope. Chilling. I didn't think so.
Just chilling. No, because I don't want to over-cure my foundation. The thing about the foundation to remember about curing it is that you want to make sure you're either curing it for just the 10 seconds on your LED or only 1 minute in your UV. And in the shellac, the new shellac lamp, it's like 30 to 40 seconds in that lamp. So only cure it for that long because it's designed to be kind of a soft cure. That way it is like a double-sided sticky tape and fluxes and moves between your natural nail and the product. If you over-cure it, it's too hard. So it over-bonds to the natural nail, so when you go to try to soak the gel polish off at the end, it doesn't want to soak off. The foundation stays on the nail when the gelish comes off of it, or it doesn't want to come off at all. Or the gelish will actually peel off in a sheet if it's way over-cured. Like some girls in their traditional UV lights have cured it for the full 2 minutes. Then it's so cured that the gelish will actually peel off of it. There's nothing for it to bond to. So right.
Helen, did you hear that?
What?
I want you to think of a horrible, awful thought while they're touching you.
No. That's a great exercise that she's doing. Okay, go ahead and slide those both in.
I don't know what she's doing. I just heard the line.
What is she doing?
She's actually teaching them the difference between thinking negative thoughts when you're giving a massage and thinking positive thoughts when you're giving a massage because you can feel the difference in people's pressure and touch on you. From behind you can. From complete strangers you can feel the difference.
Does it run when you apply it on one? It's not going to really stays where you.
Especially if you've dry wiped, and if you're applying it proper thinness. If it's too thick, then yes, it will. It will slide into the cuticle. Especially if you've applied your foundation too thick, then there's a thicker inhibition layer. And if you don't wipe that, then it's really easy for things to want to slide on it because it is so thin, such a thin product that yeah, you can definitely get some issues if you're using it too thick. And the product itself, you want to make sure you're using thin because obviously it won't cure properly. A, you don't get the polish looking application, but B, it will kind of wrinkle like shellacs will, those of you who are familiar with that, if it's too thick. And the reason that it wrinkles is because it's actually like a burnt pancake. The product on top cures, but the stuff in the middle is not. So if you were to press on it, it actually would ooze. And that's not attractive.
Nobody likes ooze.
Nobody likes oozy nails.
Do you do Slack? Oh, yeah, you do.
Doing the free edge first.
It's just a
makes
habit
sense.
you got to get back into.
It's one of those no duh things. Like you just didn't, you don't
You don't
really
think about
it.
And it is for everybody. It really, truly is. Well, and here's the thing, too. I got to the point in my career a couple of years ago where I couldn't fit any more people in, but I needed to make more money. I had just raised my prices. I couldn't raise them again. So I had to figure out where I was wasting time. I had to figure out how to talk while I'm working. I had to figure out where I was like doing extra steps in the